Welcome to Tower of the Sorcerer. You're watching Sami. My name is not Sami, but that is what I like to go by. Thanks for tuning in. It's my first ever video doing this sort of thing, like a solo gameplay. I haven't uploaded to this channel in, I don't even know, like 2 years probably. maybe I put one video out and it's just like, I used to just upload a bunch of stupid shit that, I just throw together. It was just me playing with friends. So feel free to watch that stuff. But I'm going to try and focus on getting a lot of this sort of stuff out now consistently, hopefully. Just solo playthroughs, and we'll see how that goes. So I'm filming this intro ahead of time. As I'll explain, as I have already explained, because the rest of this first episode I've already filmed, because I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just throwing everything together as usual. But yeah, let's just jump into it and hope you enjoy. I'm just going to jump into this and record the intro another time because I've never done this sort of thing. I'm hoping to try and get into it, but you're just going to bear with me because I have no idea what I'm doing. So the intro that you've just watched, I'm going to record at some other point, and I'm just going to get into it now. So you're thinking, what is Tower of the Sorcerer? It's sort of like a strategy dungeon crawler game set in a tower with 50 floors, and you have to fight your way up the tower to save a princess. And you fight bosses along the way. So as you can see in the bottom left of the screen, I've made a little indication of some milestones throughout the game. So that's where the bosses are and where the princess is. And I'm going to add my time in post. In the yellow bracket is going to be the current time of the current run, because there's going to be multiple runs of this game. There's no way I'm going to finish this game in the first run. Because if you get so far and you haven't done it correctly, you won't have enough health or attack or defense or whatever to keep going, and you'll find yourself just unable to move on and you have to restart and do it a different way. That's just how this game works. So there's no way. I haven't played this game in a very, very long time. There's no way I'm going to finish it in the first run. So that's also why I've got a run counter in the top right. That's going to say what the current run is, and also the episodes are going to run for something like 30 minutes, because it's a pretty long game. If you don't know what you're doing, like me, I can't remember how to play it properly. So it's going to take a while, which is why I'm going to say 30-minute long episodes. But yeah, so in the yellow bracket is going to be my current time, reaching each of those milestones, and then the green bracket is going to be my best time. And then right next to the green bracket in that last little bit is going to be the run number in which I achieved that time. So that'll make sense as we go on. I don't even know if it's going to work yet. I've just kind of thrown all this together, and I'm just going to start playing it and see what happens. But yeah, we'll just kind of jump into it here. There's some text files explaining a couple of different things, which I'm not going to read a lot because I did notice one of the text files actually has a little bit of a walkthrough, which I started reading, and I was like, well, I don't want to know this because I don't want to give it away. I just want to figure it all out myself. So this is the README. This is the README.txt. So it's called Tower of the Sorcerer. It was made by Oz and Kenichi. Don't know if I'm going to say any of these names correctly. And it was published by Shigemasa Ozawa. So those are your creators of the game. It was created for Windows 95/98/NT. I have no idea what NT is, but 95 and 98 are pretty self-explanatory. And yeah, it's a free game that you just downloaded back in the day. I kind of grew up with this game. I don't even remember how it got on the family computer. I think my dad found it somewhere and he just showed it to us. And suddenly we just started playing it, but I have no idea how it got on the computer. I couldn't tell you. But I think I played this game when I was probably like 10 years old or something like that. And it was really fun. And we played a lot of it. I'm pretty sure I have finished it at least once. I don't remember when or how. So, about this software. This has probably been translated, so just bear with me and it. It may seem that the story is usual. Brave man is trying to save princess caught in the tower. But this is not so usual and normal story. Well, this story is not even from this game. Why? Check this while playing. I don't know what that means. This story is even not from this game, so maybe that's trying to say that he found the story somewhere and made it into a game. I don't know. Tower of the Sorcerer is something between the role-playing game and puzzle. Play this with no hurry, thinking and deciding what would be best. And there is not the random element in this game. You will get the same result anytime, even if it does that is... It's basically saying it's not randomized, it's the same thing every single time. You really got to think about what your next move is going to be, because you'll be presented with different paths on each floor. Like, you can fight the monsters to move through here, or you can spend some of your keys that you've found and unlock the door to bypass the monsters, but then you might need that key somewhere else. So you got to make the right decisions on each floor and see how far you can get. Bit of history, version history there. Some disclaimers and things like that here if you're going to play and distribute the game. So here you go. It was last updated April 28th in the year 2000. So I was 1 and a bit years old when this game was last updated. It was grammar checked in 1999. That's apparent that it hasn't had any recent grammar checking, but that's fine. It has been translated from, I'm assuming, Japanese. So that's the readme.txt, and then there is also tsw.txt. I don't know what that means, Tower Sorcerer something. And it's just got this again, some setup information. It's got some info on how you play the game. It's basically just arrow keys, or you can click. I like to play with arrow keys. There's a bit of a summary. And then there's a bit of explanation to the elements of the game. So you got your floor number, your health, offensive and defensive power. You collect gold to spend on merchants, which give you keys and stuff. There's special items hidden throughout the game. Some are obvious and easy to get to, others take a bit of digging. You can find weapons, obviously keys and things like that. We'll see all this when we start playing. To attack monsters, you just walk into them. And it just depends on your attack power, your defense, and how much health you have, whether you come out on top or not. If you die, that's it. Well, not necessarily. I'll show you when we start the game. The way I'm going to play it is if I die, that's it. That's the run finished. I have to restart. Either that or I'll just say like, okay, this run's busted, I'm going to have to restart, and I'll just give up. I won't even die. I'll just be like, yeah, this is not going any further, and we'll just restart. But again, we'll get into that when we start the game. Fairies, so there's a fairy that gives you a score after you defeat each boss. Okay, let's read this. How to conquer this game. Although it looks like a cute window on your computer screen, this game is an element of mental challenge. You can't simply kill all the creatures and take all the items. Though there are items scattered throughout each level, you should first determine the best way to defeat or avoid the enemies to get item or ascend the tower. That's exactly right. And then, yeah, so there's like a walkthrough here, which we're obviously not going to read. And then there's a explanation of each 10 floors. They're classed as different areas, because obviously after every 10 floors and you kill a boss, it gets a bit harder and there's newer enemies and stuff like that. So you can pause and read that if you want. And then an explanation of the items, but we'll get into that as we play. 15 special items, collect them all. That is good to know. We will try to collect them all. We'll try our best. So yeah, that's a bit of a explanation of the game. What you're hearing right now, which I'm not hearing right now, is the theme music of the game. It's actually in the game. I'm just going to be playing that as an intro right now. But it's just this on a loop. Again, I'm not hearing it right now, but I know what it sounds like. It's just this constantly on a loop, so I'll kind of fade that out and maybe play something else, so we'll just chill and have silence as I play. But yeah, that's about it. I'm going to launch the game, and allow me to set the scene for you as we dive into our first run of Tower of the Sorcerer here. All right, let's go. A brave man is walking for save the princess. Okay. Now that the scene is set and you know why we're here, this is floor 1 of the Tower of the Sorcerer. We get the explain to you the elements of the UI and everything we've got here. So obviously in the middle we've got the actual playing area. This is floor number 1. They all look similar to this, but different layouts. Up here we've got Tower 1, which obviously means first floor. This is our health. We have 1,000 health at the moment. We have 100 offensive power, 100 defensive power, and 0 gold. No gold at the moment. This here, I believe, is going to display our special items that we find. For example, right here, this is a special item that I'm not going to be able to get to at the moment. Over here, at the moment, we have a sacred sword and a sacred shield as our attack and defense weapon. We're not going to have that for long, spoilers. Right under there, this is going to display our keys, which we'll pick up and use to open doors, and this is going to display the current enemy that we're attacking. So that's that. We're just going to start and see how we go. This is run number 1. I'm 11 minutes into this video already, but I'll run this one for like 40 minutes since the first 10 was intro. And I will have started that timer. You know what? I'm going to start because I haven't moved or anything yet, I'm going to start the yellow timer now. So here we go. See, I've picked up a key and it's appeared over there. I'm going to use that key to open the door. Let's go. I can't get in here anywhere. This isn't a speed run, by the way. Let me just clarify. I'm not timing it because it's a speed run. I'm just timing it because I'm just for something to do. I just want to see how it goes. But yeah, so because we have 100 offensive and defensive power, I'm just going to one-shot all these green and red slimes. Like, they're just goodbye. It's just that easy. Go up to the next floor. This is floor number 2. We'll come back to this later. We're just going to move on. I can't do much in there at the moment. I need a blue key. Speaking of, there's a blue key. Incredible acting skills. I do remember like a lot of this. There's something weird that's happened over the years. I swear it was never like this when I used to play it. But the text is like incredibly hard to read. Like I'm pretty sure when the game came out, or at least when I played it when I was a kid, the text was black and the background was white, but now the text and the background are basically the same color. So it's like, you know what I'll do? I might type over it when I'm editing just to make it easier for you guys. Like I'll have that done, but right now I'm going to snap my fingers. This is what it actually looks like. Almost impossible to read, and I'm going to put it back to what I'm going to do so that you can read it along with me. Okay. The Magic Sergeant, Zeno, says, "Welcome to the Magic Tower. You are the 100th man who dared to enter my tower. You will now face my guards. Should you happen to survive, I will fight with you in person specially. You should accept your fate." What? Ah, here's the guards that he was talking about. What? Oh, hey. That's my reaction too. And I'm dead. Just like that. Tower of the Sorcerer, let's go. That's our 5 bosses right there that we're going to face off against. Now is the time to act. Using omniscient power, I shall break the sacred sword and get great wisdom. Someone tell me what omniscient means if you know. I don't even know if that's a real word. ... Okay. ... Okay. Hey! Wake up! And here we are back in that prison cell that we walked past earlier. What up, dude? Oh, that was easy. That was an easy escape. What a relief you're okay. You were caught and thrown into this prison by the magic sergeant. You were unconscious when you got here, and nevertheless, you were so lucky that you just woke up. I've finished the escape tunnel. Let's break out. Okay. And just like that, we've escaped from prison. Okay, well, excuse my going first. Your weapon and shield was stolen by the guards. It's not wise to wander about without them. I believe there is a sword on the 5th floor and a shield on the 9th. You'd better get them first of all. See you later. Okay. So yeah, as you can see, we now no longer have a weapon or a shield because they were broken and stolen by the magic sergeant. And also, we lost 600 health somewhere in that in the tussle there. And because we no longer have a weapon or shield, our attack and defense have been decreased by 90 each. I must have got that gold from killing the slimes. You get gold from killing enemies. I believe it works out the difference between... It's something like the difference between the enemy's defense and your attack is how much gold you get at the end of the fight. Something like that. We'll find out anyway. So here we are back to where we just got ambushed, and now we can continue on. And now the actual game begins and we have to start strategizing and thinking about things. So I'm just going to pick up all these keys. We've got a blue key and a bunch of yellow keys. Blue keys are more rare than yellow keys. Red keys are the rarest. Actually, not true. There is one key rarer than that, but that's not going to be for a while. Just got a bunch of blue health as well. I think they're worth 200 each. There was 4 there, so yes... No. Yes. Well, no, there was 3. So yeah, they're worth 200 each. In the first 10 floors. After the 10th floor, things start increasing in value. You get more health and stuff. So yeah, we're just gonna kind of carry on here. I'm gonna kill the green slime. I'm not really gonna think about it too much in the first run. I think on average every time I play this game, and it's been a while since I last played it, but I normally get up to like maybe the early 40s or something, and then it conks out. But we'll see what happens. Alright, let's talk to this old man. I will grant you the Orb of the Hero. You will now be able to save your game, and to forecast the results of fighting monsters on the current floor. Use it often. Alright, so as he says, we can now save the game. Which, let me talk about saving for a minute. You do get save states in this game. So it's not going to show up, but I've got a menu up here where I can save. Let me just get out of this so it lets me. Alright, so it gives you 8 save states. Which I'm only going to use to save the game when I'm finished playing for the day or episode or whatever. And then I can keep playing again later on. I can load the save state. Which I think it's what is intended, and then you can have 8 games going on at once, 8 people playing the game at once. What I would normally do is use the save states to save and then do something, and if I fuck it up, then I'll go back and load and try again, just as a fail safe, which is kind of cheating. So obviously I'm not going to do that. A run is a run. If I mess it up, that's it. That's the run finished. Yeah, and he also gave us the Orb of the Hero, which when I click on the Orb of the Hero over here, it's going to tell us all the enemies that are on the current floor and all their stats. So a bat has 35 life, 38 defense, and 3 defense. And then we can kind of compare that to our stats. Since it has a defense of 3 and we have an attack of 10, we're going to deal 7 damage per hit. And vice versa, it's going to deal 28 damage per hit to me, which I will win the fight because I'm gonna take its 35 life in 7 hits at a time before it takes my 976 life in however many hits that is. But still, we want to avoid killing these where we can, just so that we can save our health and raise our stats before we come back and fight it where we need to. And yeah, you can see a priest will probably just kill us. Well, no, so this red text is the expected damage. So it kind of does the math for you, and it will tell you, if you're going to die or not, which I don't think is always 100% true from experience. But yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. So yeah, that's very helpful. You really need to keep an eye on the orb of the hero. Yeah, but moving on, we're just gonna carry on and just kind of see how far we can get. See if we can get through the first 10 floors here. Okay. I'm so thirsty. I don't normally talk this much, especially to myself, so I'm like running out of breath and my mouth is drying up and stuff, so just bear with me. I'm going to try not to cut as much, so the timer makes sense. And I'm sorry if I keep putting my hand in front of the camera. It's like, this is the best camera angle I could figure out. All right, so what have we got here? We got a couple more slimes. Obviously, I'm going to kill this slime because everything else is a higher enemy. That up the top is the altar, which you can pay to increase your stats. One really good strategy. There's a lot of keys in there for killing a bat, but let's just keep moving. I think a really good strategy that I've figured out in the past is just try not to use that altar on this set of 10 floors and save all your money for the altar on the second set of floors, 20 and up, because the more you use the altar, the more expensive it becomes. And I think that just continues on every set of floors. So if you save your gold, you'll get cheaper but higher stats from the floors 20 and up, I think. We'll see. We're just going to keep killing a bunch of slimes here. Okay, so there we have a sword down at the bottom right, which I definitely want. So I'm just going to go straight for that sword. There's only a couple of slimes protecting it. Obviously, it looks like I can't get in there, but I do remember how to get in there. It's pretty simple. Damn, these red slimes are pretty strong. We're just going to open up this door and just walk through the wall, as you do. And there we go. We have an iron sword, which raises our offense by 10. So now, the red slime's expected damage is down to 20 from, I think it was 50, right? It's also lowered the defense of the slime, which is interesting. I don't remember that being a factor. But I guess as you get better weapons, the defense of the enemies also decreases. I thought I would just do more damage to it, but I mean, whatever. I'm not complaining about that. Because now we're going to do 18 damage per hit, and it's only going to do 10 damage per... Oh, it lowered its offense as well. Again, I'm not complaining. Now we're going to get through the red slimes a lot easier. I'm just going to go ahead and take out this red slime. Yeah, so 3 hits now. A lot quicker. We're going to open up this door to get an extra 4 keys. And we're not going to... Oh, shit, I keep using the noisy keyboard, sorry. I've got a quiet keyboard over here and a noisy keyboard right behind the mic, which I'm trying to avoid using. See, I'm already pondering whether to go back to different floors and seeing if I can do anything else before moving through all the bats. Because what have we got here? Bats are going to do 56 damage. Roughly. And we've got 2 bats, so that's going to be another 100 health down. Let's just go back. Let's start strategizing. We're going to get into the strategy here. I'm going to go back. And let's see if there's anything we can do to raise our stats. Don't need those keys yet. These little gems that we're seeing, they increase your attack or defense. I think just by 1. And that increases the further up you go. There might not be much else we can do at the moment. That's 200 health, the cost of 1 key and 50 health. So that's not bad, but I'm not going to use a key just yet. All right, we'll press on. Because there's not really much else we can do yet. On to floor 6. Take this bat out. Grab a free key, only to use it immediately. So you can see down there we have another orb. I can't remember what that one does or what it's called, but it is being protected by Skeleton B is what that skeleton is called. Wow, which doesn't do as much damage. So just from picking up this iron sword, those priests have gone from 600 damage down to 88. So that's why you got to get these weapons as soon as you can. But the skeleton's going to do way too much damage for me to want to get that orb yet. I'd basically just be throwing the run. Alright, Tower 6. Okay, so here we have our first kind of choice as to whether we want to attack enemies or use a bunch of keys. Although, no, this is... Yeah, okay, so we can either gain a key or gain 3 keys. And I don't know what I want to do. It's 80 damage to take out. Okay, what I'm gonna do... Shit, this is what I mean. This is not going to be a good first run. But what I might do is take the fighting path here, get an extra 3 keys, and then use the keys on the next path to avoid the skeletons and get my health back. I like that plan. Let's do that. So we're going to take out our first priest. He does a bit of damage. So that wasn't too bad. So then I can grab a key, use 1 key, take out the slime. I mean, basically gain 3 keys because I used 1 key to get in here. But then I can use those keys to avoid the skeletons. And get another 200 health. Or maybe 100, I think. They might be 50 each. Yeah. 546. So, I don't know. Do you think that was the right call? I have no idea. But it was one way or the other. Alright, let's just keep going. See what else is in store. Floor 7. A lot of doors. A lot of doors on floor 7. Okay. What do I want to do? How much damage does a skeleton bee do to me? Too much. Okay, so this is a merchant. So they will either buy keys off of you and give you money, or they'll sell keys and maybe other things. I can't remember, but I can't remember what this guy does. I think he sells a blue key. So you can use a blue key to get to buy a blue key. I can't remember. But I'm gonna have to spend 3 keys here to get past this skeleton, because I don't want to attack a skeleton yet. I need to keep raising my stats somehow. Let's go back. Skeleton C. 96 damage. It's too much. That's only 50. No, not worth it. I need to get some better stats. Can't get in there. There's some easy keys there, actually. Just to kill a easy key. I think I need to I think I need to get that red crystal. And sacrifice a little bit of health. 36 health or something like that it will cost to get that. Same as there. Okay, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Is just sacrifice like 60 health here to raise a couple of stats. I don't know if I'm in a good position right now or a terrible one. I can't remember. But this is what I'm going to do because I have to do something. Goodbye, priest. Rest in priest. Alright, so we got 1 more defense point. And we're going to go and get that offensive point as well. And I'm going to take out that bat and get all his keys. Okay. So bats now deal 27 damage. Rather than whatever it was before. 50, I think. I don't know. Skeleton Bee is still 246, so that's not really helping my case. Oh shit. I'm gonna get the keys just to avoid the skeleton. Maybe I need to use the altar. Let's head back up to floor 7. And hang on, what is this skeleton C all about now? 93 damage. It's not horrible. It's not horrible, but I'm losing health here. Losing health. So we got 84 still for the priest. Let's just push on through here and see what we can do. I think I'm going to have to use all those keys. Got another couple of keys there. Sacrifice some health. This is pretty good, actually. 84 and 27. I think I'm pretty, yeah, so that's 200 health. So I get like what, like 90 something health there, something like that. I'll keep that in mind. I don't need it just yet. There's also, oh, that's pretty good right there, actually. Okay. Let's take out this priest. Then I'm going to open the door above me and take out the bat. Get some health back. Raise attack. Then I'm going to... Still 84 expected damage. Yeah, it's got such a high attack. Wow. Skeleton C is 93. Let's do something. But I don't know what. I'm going to take out the bat. I'm not interested in that merchant because I don't think... I don't think it's fully worth it yet. I'm just gonna grab an extra key here so that I can get through these 3 doors and still have a key left, just in case. Or maybe that's a stupid idea. That could be a terrible idea. There is 4 keys here that I don't need a key to get, so that's not terrible. There's an extra key there for a bat. Okay. Man, see, I'm not even on floor 10 yet, and I'm already struggling. Like, what the... This is what I'm talking about. I knew this was going to be like a horrible first run. I'm nearly 30 minutes in, though, so I'm going to have to call this episode soon. I'm just going to go through and see what we have on floor 8. There could be something on floor 8 that helps us. I hope. A lot of doors. A lot of doors. Okay, so I cannot go anywhere in here yet. Good. Let's go and get the key from the bat in here. Alright, so now we have 2 keys. Let's keep going back as well and see if there's anything else. Should I use the altar? Should I use the altar? I think I should. That's 50 health for a blue key. That's a lot of health right there. At the cost of 1 key, I'll get 163 health. 173 health, something like that. Which is a lot. That's pretty good. I got to keep that in mind when I want to spare a key. But I do need more keys at the moment. Which brings me back to the merchant, because I think that merchant might sell like 5 keys for some gold. I think. I'm kind of hoping he does, because I do need keys at the moment. I'm going to use my blue key here. Take out the red slime. I'm going to hope he's selling keys at not too steep of a price. I will sell 5 keys for 50 gold. Will you buy them? Yes, I will. Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay, we got 5 more keys. There we go. No shortage of keys now. Okay, we're happy. So I'm going to go back now and get that health on the very first floor, so all the way back down. At some point, I know one of these orbs lets you fly up the stairs. You don't have to go to the stairs to travel to a room that you've already been to, so that's going to be incredibly useful. You can just click up and down. Actually, I think it's the orb on the very first floor that we're going to now. Which I won't get for a little while because it's being protected by a skeleton bee. But anyway, we're going to get this health. Bang, done. This is tempting. These 2 crystals right here. But it's tempting, but at the same time, the crystals aren't seeming to do a lot for me. So I think I'm just going to press on. As always, we're just going to press on. We don't know what else to do. Actually, you know what I need to do is get that blue key and use the altar. Even though I don't have a lot of money left after that merchant. But I think I need to use the altar. So I'm just going to keep that in mind. That's going to be the next plan. If we can't find anything else. But I am going to probably call this episode here. Yeah, so floor 8. We're going to call the first episode here at floor 8 because somehow I've already played this for half an hour. It doesn't feel like that, but yeah, that was half an hour, so... thanks for joining me on the first episode of Tower of the Sorcerer and my first solo playthrough of any game ever. I'm going to try and do a lot of these, especially Tower of the Sorcerer, because it's really fun. And it's going to take me a long time to finish it, as you can see. I don't know how this run is going so far. I don't know if this is a good spot to be in. It doesn't seem like it because we did start with 1,000 health and now I only have 372. But we've got a lot of keys. We're not doing too bad stats-wise. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see how this run goes. But yeah, thanks for joining me on this one. I might stitch an outro onto this video. I don't know. I'm going to stitch the intro on to the start of it, so I might do the same. But yeah. In fact, I will. So let's cut to that right now. Okay, I can't think of anything official. Thanks. Catch us.